Welcome back to Factorio, building the Hyperbase. If you're wondering where I am, this is our first copper mine that we extended to 40 or 80 million or something, just so you know what the state of health is. It's not quite done, so this guy's going to have to keep coming here until that last 22,000 is done, and then we'll rip it out completely and send them all over to this one, 229 million. Hopefully by then we'll have the other science up and running and the demand from this area will start dropping. While we are here, we may as well do a little bit of a tidy up. Get rid of all the stuff that does no useful thing anymore. Right, I need to be a little bit careful as to which power I pull. In fact, there is only one of these belts that has any use whatsoever. I'll leave that there, so I need to keep this stuff. We don't need that one. I should only need one path for all of those guys. We don't need any of this. We don't need that. Don't need that. Whoops, we do need a little bit of what we don't have anymore. There we go, and there we go. So this is going to load very slowly at this point, and this is incredibly bad, really. So let's just do a little bit more tidy up, get rid of those two. Where else do we need it? So what we could do is, I don't know why I'm spending this long on something as trivial. Whoops. Boom. And we can get rid of all of these. Not a huge amount of UPS that these things use, but it's not nothing also. And there's this tiny bit of belt here that's just for tidy completeness, that sort of thing. We may as well check up here in the coal. I don't think this gets hit all that hard anymore, so we don't need this. Possibly do need that. No, it doesn't look like I do. Whoops. Huh. And as soon as I do that, everything goes dead. Excellent. Let's do that. And that. And wooden pole. Eek. Alright, you can have your wooden pole back then. Oh, and I was slightly too quick on the draw here as well. And here. Okay, so this will be fine. What about the coal right up here? I don't want you picking up my trash. Let's leave it alone. That was just a little bit of a distraction from our true purpose. I think I need some rail. Let's go and get some rail. I forget exactly what I said I was going to do. I probably haven't done it, but here we are. Let's get about 3,000 rail. That should be a good start. So what I want to do is, we were down here last episode putting together our mixed iron and steel train that is going to hook up into where exactly? Do I need it in electric engines? I forget. I need normal engines that need steel. Yes, it was probably 4 electric engines, and we probably need a significantly greater amount of steel for the furnaces, which was probably going to be dedicated. So yes, this is to head here. So the electric engines go in at the top, and we hadn't decided on anything else. Okay, fair enough. That 100 here. Ah, there we go. We have got 3,000. All right. I don't have signals in there. It's always better not to run out of signals, even if I don't need as many on this map as I guess I often use. Let's start with what we've got here. Okay. Back to the depths of the map. This is a very fast jet, so this just goes to show you just how long this map has become. Wow, there we go. So yes, what I want to do is I've got 2 lines coming out of that. So it's these 2 lines in the middle. Let's use that to start with. We probably want to make the move up very shortly. Oops, not that one. Right, something like that. Now, where did I put that corner piece? If only I put all these things into a book. That's no good, actually, because for some reason we are doing 1 gauge. Alright. The inside lane, you can go as steep as the rail allows. The outer lane needs a little bit of extra added in, otherwise it doesn't work. And the opposite here, of course. Well, I mean, it works, it just doesn't look right, you know, and that's important. And that looks a lot better than it otherwise would if they were both curving in exactly the same plane. So, that connects up our iron and our steel to electric engines. We now will need to provide a return that can probably fit underneath here. Is that where I want it to go? Yes, it definitely is, because I want them both to come back to here. So, alright, let's jump on board our trusty little jet. Of course, we have our usual issue, a handful of trees that we don't want. Now, I suspect this one is going to want to come out as well, so let's... but you know what? These guys can probably all turn into the same return, because we're probably being a little bit anal to give them a completely separate path, each of them individually. So what we need is around about, say, here. Thanks, autosave. Really should check what interval I have on that. And of course, leading into this, we are going to want chain signals. And as soon as you get into it, we're going to want a standard rail signal. And we probably want to use our plane right now. As you get towards the end here, you're going to, well, you're going to want to go further. Actually, another signal. I don't know where that one's going, that's a problem. Where it's coming from. I think that's green circuits, isn't it? Let's just have a quick look at the formula again. Electric engines, green circuits, and normal engines. Normal engines, just stuff. So yeah, it's the electric circuits, wherever they're coming from. Well, I do want this to curl up sooner or later, so I guess it's going to be... Why don't we just allow so this has to be no closer than Something like that. Jump back in our plane since we can't run for, well, you insert your favorite expression. If these bots engaged, we can't run particularly fast. That's basically what I'm trying to say. You can come along here. Okay, this is where it gets fancy, isn't it? We basically... Well, we're probably only going to have one train at a time. If I need to have a second train, like so one steel, one iron, as long as it's signalled right, the train should be able to come along here, pull into their station, and it shouldn't matter if there's only one of each. I suspect I probably only need one of each. I'm not 100% sure, but the demand wasn't actually that high, so we're probably good with just one of each. So one return all this distance should be good. So that's where we want to be, alright. Okay. Let's just have a quick check to see if we have any bots running around the base. No, we don't. So I will swap those over. Still take my lift. That's a damn sight faster than my run speed. And even though by our distances this isn't very far, it's far enough. So you need to go there, and you need to go there. And we will put a chain there. Probably don't need that signal now, but whatever. And we will need some signals along the way, which is basically here. Maybe about here. There's one there. Got signals at the beginning. Should probably have some here as well. Let's just plant those down rather than relying on bots later. Just to be on the safe side, I suspect it will pay us to do that as well. Okay, this one needs power. Naming, it needs trains. Yeah, that's not going to work. This needs power as well. Which we can find over here. Just check that's actually got power. It has. Good. There we go. So they'll all charge up. All this flashing will stop. We were using about 14.8 gig. Let's see what adding this on has done. It's made it about we've added about a gig's worth of draw, just because of all of the beacons that we added just then. This extra bit should be good as well, but it doesn't cause nearly as much. These are all going. We don't have any bots over there, so I guess it's bots now that we need. Bots, trains, names, there's always so many things that you have to do, and it just takes longer when you have a base of this magnitude. I'm suspecting I may have pretended I was going to do all this for you guys between episodes or something. Right, I guess that was the inevitable outcome of extending this by a lane. The power can't reach anymore. Okay, that's fine. We can place power. Like so. All right. So, wonky physics. Okay. This thing. Oh, we'll get bots first, then we'll sort out trains. So, probably 500 plus 800. That's 1300. What do we need over here? Ooh, we need more roboports and things for one thing. Can't get out because I was over a rock. Do I have roboports? Oh, they must have deposited somewhere else. Alright, well, we know we need some for here. We'll come back to that. So we obviously have no robots here either. I don't know how many I need. Maybe we'll get another 800 or so. So I want about 2100, something like that. Let's get rid of that. $2,100. Right, where are we? Slow down. Hopefully that's not too bad a blur. And auto trash, I've got too much rail right now. I better clear that out if I'm going to fit all these bots in. We're not auto trashing bots, are we? Good. How are we doing on the old stone count? 7.8. Ooh, are we going to run out of room again? Yes, we are. Okay. Cannot insert logistic robots. Okay. What about now? Do we still need more? 500? Yeah, we do actually. Need a lot more. Okay. Let's just add another box down here. This is our serious box. We really mean it. We'll be back for you. Unlike you, and you, who we've just abandoned, with no intention of ever using again. How's that? I think that's it actually. So we'll have to come back because we need trains and things, but we can't fit them in because of all the bots we're carrying. A very long journey. Interesting. I guess we'll fix that when we do all of our refueling for all these new trains that we'll be adding. This is kind of blurry for me too. Oh. There we go. I think this is the area that we're after. It looks like it. Even if it's not, I'm just going to say that it is. What are you requesting? Iron ore, very good. That's 350. 1, 2, 3. 500 there. It's probably not enough, but it will do. We want about 800 here, which also probably isn't enough, but it will do. In fact, it might well be enough, because we probably don't need quite so many here. How many have you got? 700. I might just leave you with 700. Over here possibly is likely to need more. So that's 350. 700. In fact, we don't have that much more. We've just got, what, 900. And let me jump out, get the bots back to work, see if they can fill out anything that's missing here. That looks like it. So, rail. We need 3 820s for this area, and an extra one for the electric engines, and that doesn't count the circuits, which we're not ready for. So that's 4 820s, which means none of those. We will need 32 of them, and 20 by 4 is 80 last time I learnt math. So with a bit of luck it still is, and off we go. I'm wondering if oh dear, I've just lost all my bots. Oh well. How are we going with wow, look at that. 10 to 32. That was fast. I probably don't have a whole lot of them right now, but that was pretty fast. Good service. Okay. We might even be able to get our gear while we were here. And maybe if we run F4, we can try and find all of these bots. On the way. When they run away like this, it's not like we don't need them, because we do actually still need these guys, but the work they're doing is actually useful. It's just, I don't need it right now, guys. I need you to build the stuff I need you to build, not just whatever you feel like. Just because we happen to pass over something that I didn't realize was in our way. Anyway. Come on, bots. I will probably try and make a point of swapping them out with the other armor as soon as all these guys return home. This is a wonderful feature, this track where your bots are. Would have been useful if I'd known about it right at the beginning of the playthrough, but there you are. I really should have a good look at what all of these things are one day, but it's probably not going to happen. Most of them probably aren't especially useful. I know the show enemy expansion candidate chunks used to be really useful in the old days when bases you could put out victory poles to stop biters moving into areas, so it was kind of a way to emulate the whole okay, we'll just come over here. The whole, you can turn off expansion now, but in the old days you couldn't, so you could put down victory poles and you'd achieve the same thing. A victory pole not being anything special, it could be anything you like. It could be a box, like a wooden chest, or the trees you're clearing. It could just be a wooden pole, but it would mark the chunk as having player structures, and that would stop them expanding into it. But yeah, you don't need such trickery anymore. Let's just swap you guys over. No more runaways. Let's find the stuff we need to work on. So I don't know what I was supposed to have done by today and be up to, but obviously we're not going to be. Never mind. Let's get some trains happening. And their wagons. One too many. So that's for the ore. Oh yeah, we need to do some changes to that doesn't look right. I don't know what they've done to these things that lets them do this funny non-coupling thing. Those bits are fine, it's just this back bit. you go, and this one here. Right, so now train stop names, train stop fuel, all the things. Let's get a move on. What are you going to be? You are not going to be wonky physics anymore. You are probably going to be B iron 9 perhaps. I don't know if I really need these B's in front anymore, but never mind. And you are... no, I've probably got this wrong. What do I call the other ones? The actual mine is the B iron, and that's iron smelt. Okay, so this should be iron smelt 9. Probably should be B iron smelt 9, but never mind. My naming convention is all over the place. And over here we have B iron 9. And this train can run B iron 9 until inventory full, and that then goes to iron smelt 9 until inventory empty, and you need fuel. Right, now the next one, does it matter where the steel comes in and where the iron comes in? You don't care. Probably steel next, then iron actually. Do you know what I really should have done? I should have had circuits come in this top one. Maybe we will go back and change it to that. Because the thought that I kind of choked down was excuse me, although I could make circuits sort of, I mean, I've got iron here, I could use that copper, I could use more iron from here and that copper to make a green-red construct. I know I don't have any surplus up here like I once thought I did anymore. Let's just see how this goes for now. You can be steel. So, where's my steel? I don't call it big steel, I just call it steel probably. You know what, I might specifically name it as purple science steel load, because that makes some sense. This one can be purple science iron load, oops, load, and over here we have purple science steel unload and purple science iron unload. So you PS, where's PS? PS steel load until inventory full, then PS unload, inventory empty, U PS iron Got all these names that I need to change. PS iron load until inventory full, and PS iron unload until inventory empty. Fuel time, how much do we need? We need 320 per well, no, per, so it's 960, isn't it? 3 by 8. No, not 3, whatever. 3 by 8's 24, so it's 240. And more mining productivity. Okay, where is my plane? Game? Seriously, where's my plane? Very hard to spot when it's sitting on a train. I'm in the wrong place. There we go. Okay, fuel. We don't have bots. Good. I think we need to head up here fairly sharply. Not entirely sure. Okay. That looks too far back. That's it. No, it's not. That is modules. I was getting confused. Delivered fuel is here. Looks like this has been delivered fairly recently. And that is us full. We'll worry about filling this up afterwards. Thanks, autosave. I would be thanking the autosave quite legitimately if I had a power surge or something, but hopefully we won't. Yes, here we go. Actually, let's start with ore, get the ore going. Probably have enough for all of them. Off you go. Now, it's probably true that I don't actually need 8 on these. And what I'm led to understand is that the cost of these guys in terms of UPS is actually largely a function of the collision detection. That being the case, you have less objects on them, you have less collision detection, so because it's basically per sort of bounding box. So these need to be requester chests. What are these requesting? That's not the right stuff. No! Change, you need to be steel. 1400. That was unfortunate. And these actually need to be requester chests. of which I will need about 6. Why are you stuck back there? Oh, you're filling up. I'll need, yeah, about 60 of them. So we might as well get 100. Good. Yes, that was quite the stuff up. Oops. You can see how long it takes to make all of this steel, but the counterpoint of that is it's going to last for a very long time at the other end. Okay, let's go and build the other train that we can at this point. Oh, let's do it by actually picking up the trains before we come over here. That would help. That's not it. That is it. Okay. Right, you. You can go there. Oh, we need some rail. I shouldn't have thrown away all of that rail. Never mind. Let's see how far through we can get to fueling this guy. It's not actually critical if I don't have enough fuel for it, because we still haven't finished the circuit, so that's fine. So what we need is yeah, we've got to work out how we're going to return the what? Oh, there. Yeah, we've got to work out how we're going to get this train back here. And we need circuits, and we need oh yeah, we need these requested chests, don't we? Let's grab these. Do I have any requested chests in there? I have 35, that's a start. You can be these guys, and what? Oh, these are all around the wrong way as well. Alright, let's fix this up. Getting there. So we have those. There's no reason for me to be using slow legs at the moment. I could make a copy of these ones, but I'll then have them filling up with steel instead of iron, and I'll just have to rip out the iron. So just manually doing it sometimes is, I mean, it's only this little row. It's kind of easy. It's not that big a deal. Something like that, and let's go back, get more requested chests. We probably don't need 100 anymore. Oh, I've got my 30. I haven't placed my 35 yet. Let's do that. That won't get me the whole way, but it'll get me a long way. So these are all iron plate. We may as well tell them that. Iron plate in the amount of 1400, because that will be enough to completely fill a wagon. And we need about 25 more, which means, wow, look at all those bots. We don't need 100. We can just lower that to 50. Let's finish off that, and I guess I'll wrap the episode. Good. Probably promised to be further ahead, but yeah, it is what it is, guys. We are getting very close, though. As you can see, the purple science is coming together a lot faster than yellow did, and we'll be repeating that story when we move on to blue. So yeah, we should have everything humming really soon, and I can't wait. Even if we're just doing a few thousand science initially, it will still just be great. I've got my 50, good, let's go. It's nice having this extra. That's 72 levels. I don't have to click zoom, which is fun when it does that really fast, but 72 levels we're not going to have to do later on. We've had the benefit of it, all this extra time, by using our initial science, which I don't normally do, but there you go. Slow up here. Stop, and out we get. There you go. Hopefully that will fix everything up. Now I would expect, even though steel has had this huge advantage in time, 15k 48k, it's already far in front, isn't it? These are probably full, these probably are not. So yes, I would expect that even though these last carriages have a significant delay on when they started filling, Iron Plate is going to win this little foot race. And it is suggesting it could use more bots. Interesting. Possibly could do with more charging, but I don't know where I would fit that. We'll worry about that another time. Anyway, guys, next time, let's make some wild claims. We will try and... I might actually even come down to the stone patch and just fit that in, because this is the only place we will need stone. And we need to kind of work out where we're going to get the green circuits for here and the red circuits for here. So yeah, next episode for some of that. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye for now.